like 2 lives at once?
I don't know. I don't know how this works. It was like my third time doing a live. So, oh yeah, it says end stream. So I'm guessing that we're streaming. Let me look on the YouTubes really quick and make sure before I start talking a bunch. But yeah, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if this is live. It doesn't say on YouTube that I'm live, but it's from my account. Huh. Let's see. It says it's on YouTube, I think. You are live. View on YouTube. Oh, here we go. Oh, all right. Never mind. I see it. I'm going to turn it off now. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm like totally new at this. Just trying to make sure. So yeah. Anyways, oh, what up, Saturday Saints? Okay, so we got a comment. I guess we're live. So I got my friend Jesse Electric. I hear some background noise going on, like maybe some wind or cars or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Mr. Electric on YouTube or Electric on Discord. He's been right there with me looking into all this TFE stuff. And
shout out to all the real flat earthers out there. Fuck the fake flat earthers. We're not fucking with these fake flat earthers saying that the final experiment was real.
Hell yeah. Agreed. So yeah, Electric's found some really interesting stuff, and I wanted to bring him on to kind of present some of his findings. So that's what this is going to be about. I have this video here that I put together.
This video is really good. This is a good one.
It's funny because like when I decided to meme McToon into a witch, and that will all make sense as to why I put him on a broom, and there was already a cat and he's got like a black cat too, so it's just funny, it just fits. And you know, Witsit has he's got a mole, a Witsit mole. But I had to add Witsit in there. So anyways, I don't know if you wanted to say anything before we start getting into it, or if you just want me to...
Yeah, first things first, I would say in this clip right here of MC Toon, we want to know what app he's using, and it's not the Theodolite app. So yeah, if we did know what app he was using, that would help us determine if the app is using GPS to find his elevation or a barometer sensor.
Word. Yeah, we'll show a close-up of in the here in a minute. It'll get into that. So just so you know what we're talking about, there's a scene in his whatchamacallit, in his live stream that he did where he showed his phone to prove oh oops, I forgot that was in there. I was gonna put that in there later.
But that's you can
me.
See that.
That's me in Antarctica. But anyways,
there's the coordinates.
All right, so I'll pause it here. So notice the coordinates says 2270, right? He's moving it and it's moving around. He's like, look, it's proof. And then he
I'll read them to you here.
Now watch. Oh, here, whatever. I did a tiny bit. It jumps up to 233. Like his elevation. He's literally just standing there.
There's the coordinates.
280 or 228.
I'll read them to you here.
2330, it jumps and he's standing still. So is he on a fucking magic broom, or like is that a drone? What's going on here? You know, like
yeah, MC2 and the magic flying witch changing elevation while standing still.
Exactly.
But you know, the globe will ad hoc and say, oh, you know, the barometer sensor is weak because it's like subject to magnetic forces, that this can affect like the pressure reading. But yeah, it should show that gradual change, the gradual differentials in the pressure reading, if it were due to some kind of components inside of the phone creating some kind of electromagnetic effect. we know for a fact jumping 60 feet would be reflecting a serious pressure difference.
Exactly.
So yeah, that an immediate jump of 60 feet when you're already at 2,300 feet elevation.
Yeah, and I think he's
either your barometer sensor is damaged or the GPS tracking. Well, we don't know what app it is. We don't know if the app is using GPS to determine elevation or a barometer, which would be an altimeter, which is just measuring atmospheric pressure relative to some kind of chamber inside of the phone. The difference in pressure between the inside of the chamber and the outside.
Yeah, and it's funny because if you notice his face, I think that underneath his little earmuffs, he's got like earpieces in, and someone told him like, shut it down, pull the phone away, because he pulls it away and then he like kind of like stalls for a minute and like, reads off some stuff and reads off the 2330 number and then puts it back. And when he puts the phone back, it goes up another 20 feet. So here, I'll play it so you can watch.
Yeah, the most drastic difference between lowest and highest, 2270 to 2350, that's 80 feet difference.
Yeah,
reflected by the sensor. We don't know if it's a GPS or a barometer. So
79 degrees, 40.
Out and tell us what this app is actually, what app he actually used, so we could find out what it was doing to determine his elevation.
Yeah, exactly. So here, I'll play the rest.
4 minutes, 24 seconds south. 82 degrees, 48 minutes, 21 seconds west. Antarctica general elevation 2330. Okay, again.
2330 already jumped to 235.
Yeah, he said 2330 and then it jumped 20 feet. Yeah. Which, like, okay, your phone shifts a few inches, reflecting 20 feet of elevation difference. Either there's something wrong with the sensor or the GPS.
Yeah, or it's like hooked up to a drone or something and he can't control the elevation, and that phone is just like some decoy phone connected to some, it's not even his real phone, it's like some government issued phone that's connected to a drone somewhere or some shit, I don't know. Anything's possible.
Yeah, that's actually, that is the third option, that his signal's being spoofed by some kind of nearby craft.
I thought that was like great. When you pointed that out, I was like, oh my gosh, Jesse, you're right. Holy shit. The number, like I was looking at all this other stuff up here because when he moves his phone, all the other stuff does move, and it looks like, and 50 feet, 55 degrees, like that is really warm for like, like shit, dude. That's like not.
Yeah, what's crazy about it is, the difference in pressure near the surface, they say there's 14.7 PSI consistently near water surface. But we're talking about 2,300 feet elevation in Antarctica. The difference in pressure is like, it's such a little change at that altitude. So for it to reflect 80 feet, that's a serious pressure difference at that altitude, which is clearly not happening because he only moves his phone a few inches.
Exactly.
Yeah, so completely weird. The Globers are going to write off and say like, oh, the barometer sensor in that app is broken. It never works. Well, then why don't you show us how you're going to measure your elevation then?
Exactly. Just like his Lux reader. Oh, well, I never tested it. It was a $30 Lux reader and I didn't test it before or after. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's why it's reading. You're in a studio. Cool story, bro. Whatever.
Yeah. This is just another failure to bring proper instrumentation to measure anything.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll get into
this is his attempt at showing his latitude and longitude. This isn't even supposed to be about the altitude, but the fact that he tore his phone away from the camera the moment that the altitude dropped or it rose 80 feet. Once he noticed it changing drastically, he tore his phone away from the camera.
Yep, exactly. We can watch it again.
Oh no, can't have them call me out on this one. Yeah, no, too little, too late.
Right. Yeah, there's so much. He's cooked, man. It's crazy.
There is the GPS.
Yeah, this is an attempt to show the GPS position. So this isn't even really a Garmin. This is just his cell phone.
Yeah.
Where I am right now. How do you argue that? This is live updating. It's not a screenshot. You see that?
Yep, live
It's
updating.
not
Must
even
be.
reading. It's not even giving him a true bearing on north. Like he just tilts the phone a tiny bit. It went from 70 to 50 something.
Well, for
That
for
wasn't
it,
10 degrees.
yeah. I mean, like I get it. Like the top part looks believable with the fact that that he jumped 80 feet, like while standing here. I'm like, what do you want? A magic fucking? That's where the whole, um, magic broomstick came into my mind. I'm like, oh, it's perfect for just for in time for Halloween. This is great.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
But we'll
cool.
keep going
That's
here.
pretty
What up now?
Oh.
What up now? What's up now?
But it's real. It's got to be real. There's this video of it on my channel, so I have to be here right now. You guys don't remember me? I would totally work for ALE. I was here the whole time.
So here I got proof of 24-hour sun in Ohio. It's on my channel. It's video. You can't tell me it's not real. This is the Antarctica sun right here. And I'm not even like, obviously I'm not good at this. I'm terrible at this.
Look, it's even making a football like it's not supposed to.
Exactly. I got the football part in there.
Yeah,
So
definitely
yeah.
due to artifacts. Football sun is because of artifacts, guys.
Exactly. I had to do it because I was like, all right, I know I suck at like any of this stuff, but if someone like me who sucks and just used iMovie and put this together, imagine somebody with massive budget, like what we're dealing with. You know what I mean?
So now I
Like,
get nervous. Like not
Yeah,
it's like,
yours is actually more believable than theirs.
which is really bad because this is my first attempt at like doing any kind of green screen anything. It's awful. But yeah, I had to
Very
leave.
easy to do. Literally no effort to superimpose the sun into any type of video. I've done it with
Right?
After Effects. It's like super easy.
Yeah, and imagine somebody who actually knows what they're doing, what they can do. You know what I mean? Like this is just me being a complete noob. Like, okay, whatever. They say like, "Oh, I have it on my channel." That's proof. Like, okay, well then here's proof also. And I had to put in this little clip of Jonathan talking about his crisis actor shit because it was just too. It's been a minute and I forgot all about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, this fool said he was a crisis actor. So it's short, but here we go.
this situation, but if I have to go sit in front of the ABC News and talk about a house fire, right? I'm in LA. I'm not nervous, but I don't want to say the wrong things. And then sometimes you do, you have these slips or you want too much to convince someone of something. And I think it's important, like people had to have the in this piece and in any piece, they have to have room to breathe. There has to be trust in the conversation. People are going to say the wrong things. People are going to make mistakes. They're going to say space. They're going to say stars and planets. And I think a lot of times you have to go back and like try to find the agreement. Like, what do you think those words mean about that? So we got to find the moments where they are, and we got to present their ideas the best. And it's not important for me to have this moment at the end of the doc where it's like, look, we win.
Well, and look, we win. Like he claims to be a flat earther. like. So now he's like, I don't know, sounding like a glober in this part. Like, look, we
What
win.
is he? What is he talking about? If I have to stand in front of a house fire in LA, are you saying that you didn't have to, but you did? Like, what are you talking about?
And that you mess
He's
up your
literally
lines.
implicating himself as a crisis actor.
Exactly. He's literally saying, oh, sometimes you mess up your lines. Sometimes you say things you don't mean to say. Like, yeah, that's something that actors do. And like, yeah, here, we'll just keep going.
Yeah, he's nervous because
This map is
he
done.
wouldn't be reporting on his, actual presence at the house fire. He's literally saying he would be lying. That's it. Yeah. So he's a crisis actor. End of story.
Well, and then just now, like he supposedly was a flat earther, and just now he said, "I'm not going to be like, haha, we won at the end and like rip up the map or whatever." And I'm like, what do you mean we win? If you're a flat earther, then it would be like, oh, you guys won because you're supposed to be one of us, right? It was a really weird, like here.
Yeah, him and Mark Herman jumped on the final experiment out of nowhere. Will Duffy was so excited. Candace Owens wants to come with me. Ooh, I can't believe it. Yeah, but we don't even know, like, who are these people claiming to be flat earthers? They never came into Discord, never posted anything anywhere about believing in a flat earth.
Yeah, and what's the chances that this guy gets invited on and he's like, oh, I just so happen to be a flat earther too. And like later on, there's a guy that they interview that's the head of the the marathon runners who happens to like have like admitted to be like trolling flat earth for like years or whatever. So I'm like, what? Like, what's the chances of you meet like happen to like the guy that happens to be the head of the marathon runners also happens to be like a troll in internet land for the Globers also. Like come on. That's just crazy.
Yeah, this guy's
We
bugged out.
win.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, not to mention MC Toon deleted this dude's body cam footage off of the section called TFE on mctoon.net. For some reason, he deleted this guy's video.
Really?
So yeah, we're gonna eventually ask him about that. We'll find
Okay.
out why he deleted it.
Yeah, there was something else that he was like talking crap about that like, oh, they said that Duffy uploaded a video and then took it down. No, that 100% happened, and there's like 60 comments to back it up of people going, hey, what happened to that video? And then there was another video that happened to. What was, oh, the live video. He talks about it right here, or maybe it's a little bit later. Flatwood
Yeah,
brings
the
it up.
live stream. Yeah, the first
Yep.
live stream, it was up for 12 hours and then it went down and got removed, and it's not available anymore. It's not on YouTube.
Yeah, and they just pretend like that didn't happen. And this guy, Flatzoids, brings it up to this guy, and he just completely changes the topic, doesn't even respond. It's so
Oh
awkward.
yeah, that's right here, right? We got to hear that.
Yeah. Here, I'll push play and we'll keep going.
No,
This
Yeah,
map
that-
is done.
that's also one I wanted to ask.
With a pretty extensive IMDb profile. I think it said it had 12 different acting roles and 24 movies that he's worked on. And
I think they didn't try attempt to do another 24-hour live stream of the sun once it failed.
They did. I'm pretty sure they did. From what I understand, that was kind of they tried to the whole time. I think the phone was having issues, which ultimately ended their live stream early, I guess, with the phone when Will did, or
Yeah, it was something
Rumble maybe.
Yeah,
Rumble only had like a 10-hour time limit, or YouTube, you could only do 12-hour
it
streaming.
ended. Yeah, on Rumble
Boom,
it ended
confirmed.
at 12 hours. But the thing is, they
Confirmed, right? So you can't say, oh, it
Confirmed.
didn't
They
happen.
both remember clearly. Yeah, John just confirmed there was a 10-hour live stream that went down because of Starlink, or you
Yep.
know, people, messing with the bandwidth, going live on their cell phones.
Exactly.
Which is completely irresponsible. You're doing an experiment in Antarctica and you're like, hey, everybody, go live. No, everybody stay off live so I can have bandwidth to live stream the sun.
Right. Well, and for them
So irresponsible.
to take it down, and I think somebody said that when they went to find it, it said that the video had been taken down by the user. So it's not like YouTube, was like, oh, you went against, our little standards of community guidelines and took it down. Like, it was taken down by them, and they don't know why. They can't explain why. They act like it didn't happen. I don't really know. I can't remember what.
Yeah, exactly. He just tried to chalk it up to like a limit that YouTube sets for live streams. Absolute baloney sauce. You can live stream on YouTube for 24 hours. I've done it myself, and I don't have any subscribers.
Word. Exactly. All right, let's keep going here. Listen to his excuses and how he just changes topic. It's so obvious. It's so bad.
took the video down afterwards. They didn't leave it up there. And they didn't try attempt to do another one afterwards. So everybody found that also very sus.
That's right. Once it
Jaron
went
brought
down,
up
it didn't
in
go
the-
back
We had a
up.
conversation.
What happened?
Yeah, once it went down, they went missing for felt like 8 or 10 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, so here, let's listen to his response to that though. So he asks him like a pointed question, like what happened, and this is his response.
Jaron brought up we had a conversation with Will and the ALE staff where they wanted to ask us questions. They were like flat earthers. Someone even posted Instagram, Twitter videos of us and was like, these guys are flat earthers here. How stupid are you? Or something like that. So Will,
notice how he gets busted lying, saying, oh, they did try and redo other live streams. Like, I'm glad that Flatzoid at least said, hey, no, they didn't. And they took that one down. and he just starts talking about something else that doesn't really address it, and just move along. Nothing to see here.
Dangerous.
Why didn't you suggest all of these when Toon was going around the Flat Earth Discord
Oh my God.
asking what they would accept?
Oh
Thinking
my
about
God,
bringing
like
a
he
different-
wasn't there. This dude has no idea that everybody told him exactly what he should bring. Why didn't you suggest what to bring? Well, actually, we did, you dumbass. Like, oh my God.
I know. And like for me personally, like at that point I wasn't that involved. Like I was just getting back in to Flat Earth stuff, and I was like, well, listening to their list of stuff, and I'm like, dude, sounds like they got it. Sounds like they got enough shit. Like Jaren had his, like everybody had their stuff they were bringing. Like how was I supposed to know they were gonna come back with fuck all? Like basically like 4 of the same camera. Like I didn't realize that they only had like the stuff that they named off was like we're gonna take pictures of all this stuff, and I'm gonna have screenshots and videos and like so far, yeah, I mean we'll get into it more as the video goes. You'll see that like they have not brought back any evidence other than just their photoshopped looking footage or whatever. So.
Dude, they stuffed their bags with a bunch of tripods and 360 cameras.
Yeah.
Like not one of them thought to bring actual instruments to measure stuff.
Yeah, well, they claim to bring it, but we don't know that they bring it because they didn't actually show like here, we'll go into it more when they show the video, like they show the table with all his stuff, and it's like you don't even see
That Masonic ass table.
with the boot. All right,
Yeah, that was a straight up Freemason ritual table.
Right. All right, we're just gonna keep going here and let it play out.
Camera, do you think if I would have said something to you guys about bringing a different camera, you would have not just said, oh, Jaren's got it covered? Or would you guys have actually brought another
I think
camera?
that with all of the effort that Will
And you notice Toon's face, and he just shrugs his shoulders. He doesn't even respond. He just fucking shrugs his shoulders. And then this guy, was listening to him just like, I mean, I like Max. I do. Like, he makes me laugh. But dude, like, come on, bro. Like, you clearly didn't listen to any of the stuff that was happening in this. Because, like, I have this whole video is people asking them, hey, can you bring this? Can you do that? Can you do this? You should do this. Like, so to claim that nobody talked about it with them is just a lie. Like, it's just not true,
Yep, it's a lie.
someone would have done, or someone we could have borrowed a camera from someone on the
Pause it 1
community,
second, by the way.
If that would have been an
Sorry.
Like for MC Toon to be depending on other people to tell him what to bring when his whole website is oriented around sextants and theodolites and how to get a reading of a dip correction, and he just didn't bring anything to be able to do that. So that's weird. Like all of a sudden the burden of proof is on us when you're the one that's going there and your whole website is dedicated to like theodolites and you didn't bring a theodolite. It's just too much irony.
It's like a joke. Like they're playing a fucking joke on us. Like it's like,
yeah, it's gaslighting. Exactly.
Right?
issue with the many opportunities that Toon did with going into Flat Earth Discords and asking Flat Earthers, what would you like to see? And no one ever said a thing. They all wanted to talk about
That's a lie.
Random stuff, gravity.
Yeah, it's a lie, and we're about to prove that that's a lie with this video showing how much people actually asked.
And no one ever said a thing. They all wanted to talk about random stuff, gravity, relativity, and like, dude, he's talking about TFE. Yeah. And they wanted to talk about everything except the topic, which was like, okay, how can we improve this? What would you like to see? Et cetera, et cetera. I mean, opportunities were given. And
yeah, should we move on? Or
I have a question.
All right, yeah, if the floor is open.
Oh, it's me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I appreciate what you're doing. I think that anybody that's willing to spend that amount of money to go there, you're gonna want to know where you are before you get there. I think you definitely want to bring a compass. You definitely want to bring a sextant. There's like so many things that I think I would be putting money towards. If you're really going to Antarctica, you want to take elevation angles to Sigma Octantis. You want all the fucking truth you could get about this claimed place. Who's really planning to do that? Who's bringing the sextants? Who's bringing all the things, like who's bringing the gravimeters? And like you could bring a food called pendulum. You could bring all kinds of things. Like I haven't heard anything about. Can you pause it right about there? People going and looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I brought a Foucault's pendulum, and honestly, a couple Globers tried to write it off as a joke, like, you know how difficult it is to bring a Foucault's pendulum on an airplane? All you need is a pendulum, technically, which would show the fictitious force of the Coriolis effect, which is going to, it's going to deviate the swing plane. It's going to make a curved path of the swing plane of the pendulum, and the amount of deviation from the swing plane is going to tell you your distance from the axis of rotation. So if they're really like near the center of axis of rotation of the Earth rotation, then yeah, a pendulum would show you. I'm not bad, but like a pendulum is like number one thing. Like Globers want to prove they're on a rotating ball. You go to Antarctica and you didn't bring a pendulum. This is like one of the most like foreseen supposed globe proofs. Like if you bring a pendulum to the South Pole, then it's going to be perpendicular to the axis of, and it's just no one did that. So
Well, and could you bring like maybe like a smaller one? Like it doesn't have to be like huge, like it's not like
yeah,
like couldn't you like I don't know, construct one that's like so it's miniature, like one that
yeah,
could
it's all
fit in
about
a duffel bag
calibration and the
easily?
weight. Yeah, it's all about the weight of the bob, and like everything having to do with like making it a Foucault's pendulum is all about the calibration,
Yeah.
and that's not hard to do. So
And
yeah, you can
notice
have a
the
mini
date,
Foucault's pendulum in a backpack. I don't see why not.
right? And notice the date too. So November 25th. So clearly before the trip, this is, he's talking directly to, was this Duffy or Toon? I don't remember who you're talking to here, but well, they'll start talking in a minute. It's one of them. But I got both of them in here, like in the clips here. So yeah, do you want me to keep playing or did you want to add anything
Yeah.
else? Okay.
Good point, Jesse. Good. That's
Thank
my
you,
point
Jesse.
exactly. Yep.
So hopefully the flat Earth side is all of this, for starters. I have to.
Oh, that's Duffy. All right, so let's hear his bullshit response now. He's like, oh, hopefully the flat earthers are all over this. Dude, the Globers are the one trying to make the claims and trying to prove their point, and you guys are just going to be like, oh, the flat earthers got this. Like, really?
To bring a Starlink unit in my bag. So I lose half of my weight limit just off of that. So I've got a huge problem. So I'm not going to be able to bring anything extra other than the Starlink so that we can hopefully live stream for you guys. And then the two Insta360 cameras. But yeah, I think we should do all of this stuff. That's why I love these ideas. And again, hopefully both sides will want to do these things together while we're in Chile and then in Antarctica.
I think it all ends up falling on McToon at this point. If he doesn't do this, like on the entire way there, you guys got to document every latitude and the elevation angle to Sigma Arcana or something along those lines, because people aren't even going to. Me personally, I need a reason to believe that you actually went south the entire time. If that's not being documented, you're leaving out a real important thing for me.
And that
Okay,
was
Jesse,
not
can I ask you a
documented,
question?
unfortunately.
What's that?
Do you believe we will be successful, we meaning anybody on the globe side or the flat Earth side that's going on this trip, will we be successful in convincing you personally that we are in Punta Arenas, which is the southern tip of South America? That we are in Punta Arenas, which is...
do you think there's...
No, you slowed it down because how dumb that sounds. Like, why are you talking about Punta Arenas instead of Antarctica now?
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Like, I can't believe I missed that when I was going back. I'm like, dude, he doesn't even say Antarctica. He's literally like Punta Arenas. Okay, cool story. And like, yeah, nobody asked anything. Sure, that doesn't sound like nobody was. And really, like, I left out. There was hours of at least 10 to 15 different flat earthers taking turns going in, asking them what they're going to bring, telling them they, suggesting they should bring certain things, and yeah, you'll keep hearing. I mean, I'm not going to play all of it.
Right.
But some good clips here.
So just a quick review of what just happened. Max claimed nobody asked MC Toon to bring anything. And then came a sound clip of me wondering what Will Duffy planned on bringing. I listed a bunch of instruments. I should have also mentioned a theodolite and a mechanical gyro compass. But it's surprising that Globers can't go figure that is actually their claim. Like, I got to steel man the globe for the Globers lately. And yeah, all he had to say was, but what if it looks like I'm in Punta Arenas? Yeah, that's not verification of anything.
Right, exactly. Looking like anybody can make something look like, just like me, dude. I was in Antarctica. Just freaking look at that video in the beginning of this. I was there. That's me. Yep. It's on my channel. It's a video of it. Proof.
Yeah, they make movie sets to make it look like they're in downtown Manhattan, and it's actually in a studio in LA. They do it all the time.
Right, exactly.
Maybe like at least 10 things or however many things you could list that you think will be accomplished by you and others during this excursion besides just going there to see the 24-hour center net?
Yep. Yeah. So I posted again the link to my webpage where I'm listing out the different experiments that I'm doing, and it's not yet complete, but another.
So you know how we have Flight Radar, right? Can you guys give us the tracking when?
And it's still not yet complete because
Oh
like
yeah.
I
By the
noticed-
way, yeah,
Mhm.
it's. By the way, when he refers people to his website, he has a list of things that he quote unquote planned on doing. He has the predictions, like basically the calculations of what should be observed, and then no actual measurements. There's no actual measurements on his website, just predictions.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any. He said that he has screenshots and videos of all these measurements that he took, and then every time he mentions it, he talks about, he references his book that he hand wrote everything down in. So anybody can write down numbers on a page. If that's the case, then we can go write down a bunch of numbers on a page and use that as proof. If that's what proof is to him, then we could do that also. You know?
Yeah. I also want to mention, I've had to prove measurements in the past. I've sent videos of myself literally using a tape measure to prove the length of something, and I immediately send it to the client. So it's just like, you know, these people just didn't do what was like normal when you want to measure something.
Well, they don't do what's expected of us. Like I remember years ago, I put like these batteries on this table, like 3 batteries in a row, all the same size to show like perspective. And they accused me of hammering in the little knob that comes up off the battery, you know, like they were like, oh, you smashed that in with a hammer, you did this, you did that. So I had to like video record all 3 of the batteries next to each other and record me putting them there and have a level on the thing and have like, I had to do all this shit for them to, and even then they still were like, oh, you did something that can't be true, blah blah blah, whatever. So like, why is it that we're expected to show our work but they're not expected to show theirs? You know?
Yeah, the Globers literally have no standard of evidence. They'll just accept stories.
Exactly. All right, I'll keep playing unless you want me to. You good?
Yeah, I'm gonna let it play and then I'll jump in when it's super important.
Okay.
You all get on board and take off. I mean, it's going to be lost at some point, but you know, just the specific flight so I can track it on Flight Radar.
Yeah, I don't know if ALE utilizes Flight Radar.
I'm muted. You're good.
Planes have to
Of course.
decide. Planes have to decide if they are going to put their data on those websites, and I think they have to pay for it. And so I doubt that they pay for that.
No. The
No, they
responder
just
that
no,
have
they.
used-
So right there, he's like, I doubt that they pay for that. What? Like, what is he even talking about? Like, like you have to pay to have your flight tracked by a, like, I thought that all flights, unless it's a military flight, would be public knowledge or public, you know, whatever. So
yeah, it's an interesting point that Clay Underseal brought up right there, because we're now coming to find out that they all stopped in Santiago, but Jaren's body cam footage, he makes it look like he took a flight from California to Punta Arenas. There's only evidence of him taking 2 flights when he actually would have had to have taken 3. And I'm considering that everyone that went to Union Glacier stopped in Santiago, and none of them filmed the flight from Santiago to Punta Arenas, not one of them.
well, and the number that they gave us, I mean, we'll go into this in a minute, but the number that that Tune gave to everybody, the flight number, was from Santiago to Punta Arenas. It wasn't from Punta Arenas to Antarctica. So the one thing that everybody was asking for, they still have yet to provide to us.
Correct.
The
Yeah, they
responder
just
that
use
Exactly,
G-
Rusted.
GPS
is
transponder.
automatically-
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Yeah, the responder is automatically being detected by the ground equipment. So Flight Radar 24 is using ground-based responder detection. Whatever you want to call it. No, not GPS.
Hey, it sounds like there's a little bit of wind coming through on your mic. Just so you know, I don't know if there's an area that you could stand, or if you have like an umbrella or something you could like block the wind with. I don't know if you're like outside chilling or whatever. But yeah, I'll keep playing here.
Yes, it's a ground-based
Yeah,
system.
GPS.
That's why No, it's not GPS, dude. Look it up.
Yeah.
Looking in for Jill, I'm looking at this Icelander 1088, and I can only find one flight in FlightAware, and it's only from Argentina to Punta Arenas.
Boom, right there.
MC2, do you have, like,
Elbow
the flight
caught him
number
in
or
a
what it was?
dirty lie right there.
Yep, exactly. And then like I love how Gio comes in and is like, you know, like, oh, I'm sure he's got something, and Toon's like, like it's so bad.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
here comes Joe. Oh yeah, by the way, well, you know, there's nothing to see here. Let's move along.
I mean, how would he look that up? Like what? December 14th.
I mean, it has a call sign for it, and there's only one flight in FlightAware.
Yeah,
See right there, Toons posted this. This is where Elbow is getting this from. He clicked on the link that MC Toon posted as proof of his flight to Antarctica, and it's not to Antarctica.
I don't know what call sign you're looking at, but
Well, the one that it says on the CSV file, man.
Yeah. So
have you not looked at this flight? Have you not looked at the CSV?
You posted the CSV, right, MC Toon? You should know what's on it.
Let me finish.
Right. Tell him, Rob.
It's like the one time I'm on Team Rob over here.
No, Rob is super duper right, dude. Like he's the one that's been sharing that flight radar data.
Right. Exactly.
FlightAware doesn't go back 9 months. You need a different subscription.
Well, it went back far enough to see the flight from Argentina to Punta Arenas, and if that's the number that was.
Yeah, so what? Like, oh, sorry, you can't see that stuff. It's too old. But you can see the one from Argentina, so yeah.
Yeah, it's the day before. Like, why wouldn't you be able to see the one the day after? It's literally sooner, dude.
Right.
On it, like, and that's not the right flight, then that shouldn't have even come up. But if anybody wants to see the stuff that he posted, this was from a few months ago, just go to the Earth Awakenings and type in MC Toon, and see it has all the, links for what he's posted. But there it is right there on the screen.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to do
Can
a
you
part
post
2
the
about FlightAware.
a screenshot of it?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, yeah, part 2, FlightAware. Dude, part like infinity. We haven't even like touched like any of the other people's footage. Like we're just focusing on Toon mostly in this, and have been, and like I'm sure we'll find so much more once we like, there's only so much time in the day, and I gotta work and family stuff and whatever. So I don't really have like, I know this is definitely like months and months, almost a year later, and there's still so much to go through, and so much coming out about it. But whatever, it'll all get exposed slowly but surely.
I don't have a screenshot of FlightAware.
Yeah, you don't have anything.
I love that. Yeah, you don't have anything. You didn't have shit to say after that either.
My question is how are you going to be proving your position?
Proving what position?
Well, 81, 82, 83.
I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, if you don't understand that, then you're too short to ride the ride.
That's not scientific, sir. Sorry.
It's extrapolation, perfectly valid in science.
The way to
an extrapolation from what?
Exactly. Oops. So
just
muted.
sighting the sun, you need to know the altitude angle of the sun to know your latitude. So how are you measuring the altitude angle? Like he asked how he's going to know his position, and he said, "I don't want to talk about it." Basically, so you're too short to ride the ride. That's not telling us how you plan on knowing your latitude, man. Because I see the sun. Yeah, I can see the moon, but it doesn't tell me anything about my position until I measure the altitude angle.
I love that, guys. Like, that's not very scientific of you. That was perfect response. Because all of this is just not very scientific of him. For someone who claims to be all about the science and all about the measurements, and to not even post, like if he does have screenshots, he hasn't posted them. They're not on his site. They're not on his channel. He hasn't showed us any evidence of it. He didn't show us that like fancy compass that he brought, that he said that broke or whatever. That was pointed down south. He claimed it was, but he never showed us an image of it. He never showed us a video of it. There's nothing other than his words.
It was today, I saw a video of him pulling out some type of compass, and he said that that was the compass that broke inside of his bag because it looked like a flimsy piece of garbage, honestly.
Oh, was it the
But
one
yeah,
that like stands up and was like, and he could
yeah,
swivel it? Okay, yeah, I think that's the one that he said broke.
yeah, that
when he
was a
shows-
magnetic dip compass, which
Yeah,
is
that's what it's
not a
called.
magnetometer. So we still have no evidence of the
Well, the
magnetometer.
magnetometer, he shows that in beforehand. It's like a little white thing with a cord, and so it'll show that. I have that in the video here too.
Oh, okay, I didn't catch that. Okay,
Yeah,
my
so
bad.
he does show it, but he doesn't show it while he's on the trip. Like, there's at no point have I seen him show it or show. He said that what he did. Well, I guess I'll just play the video because he explains what he did, and I have it.
Yeah,
all here.
right. No, there's no evidence of him using the magnetometer while in Union Glacier. But if
Exactly.
he showed
He
it like
showed
on a
it
live
ahead of
stream
time.
while just talking in his bedroom, then
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
okay.
what he did. That's where I saw it. That's the only time I actually saw what it looked like was like in his bedroom. So this was me just looking up the flight number myself. And it said, you know, that it wasn't available or whatever. No flights were found in that route. Please try another route. So yeah, I mean, maybe it is too late to look stuff up now or whatever. But either way, like, we have proof there that he didn't, you know, he didn't argue with Elbow about it. You know, he was kind of quiet after Elbow put him in his place. Like, that was pretty obvious.
Yeah, Elbow's a G for that one. Big props to Elbow for calling him out right there.
Yeah, I agree.
And like actually had different cameras.
We did have different cameras.
Well, Jaren's
Jaren
never-
had a different camera.
Yeah, Jaren had different. Where's his footage? And why is it missing 5 hours?
It-
Like that
it
that
may-
just leads right into the conspiracy even
it
more. There's,
malfunctioned. But
it
no, but
malfunctioned
remember,
for 5 hours.
we
When
don't
that's like the amount of
care.
time that we were claiming is
Rustic,
is
we
missing.
don't care. We don't care that you're like, oh, I need different cameras. Like, that doesn't
I
matter. Oh, the angle I brought a dip compass which got damaged on the flight to Antarctica, but in Punta Arenas I got the dip compass worked, and I have the angle of the dip compass, the south end pointing down, which can't work on flat Earth. So
Why
And no-
not? Like, can
and
you
no
please tell
proof.
us why that wouldn't happen?
Well, and there's no proof of that. He claims it, but where's the video evidence? They have all these cameras out of the 4 cameras that they brought, plus he had his P9 whatever, P something, and other people had their P900s and their phones and everything. You didn't get any pictures of it. Come on, bro. Like, what's
Yeah,
up?
they got like 20 cameras and no evidence of him actually using this magnetic dip compass that broke.
Other than the words, and I'm just like, he's like, well, I got pictures of it. Well, where are the pictures? It's been almost a year. You're just too lazy to post it. Like, now he's gonna post it. Why now we talk
Well,
about
it's in his little brown diary, you know. He
His,
has to
yeah,
hide it from the world.
his diary, exactly.
I'll spoil it for you. The south end of the magnetic dip compass was pointing down significantly, and there is no reason why that would ever happen on flat Earth.
And what's funny is I couldn't find the part. He was after this. He said he brought it up and said, go back and watch my live stream from Punta Arenas when I talk about I show the dip. He said he was going to show the dip compass and in his previous live stream. So I went back and watched this whole live stream. I watched all of his live streams, and never once did he show it. So this is the only thing I could find on it was him talking about it. That's not showing the compass. That's talking about the compass. So at this point, the compass is still working. There's absolutely no reason why he can't be standing there holding onto the freaking compass saying, here, look at blah, 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 blah. He didn't do that. So
Yeah, he was in a nice, like, you know, air conditioned room in Punta Arenas, like talking for 3
days.
hours to his live stream.
Yeah.
Dude, your magnetic dip compass is sitting in your bag before it broke. You didn't
Yeah.
want to get a reading in Punta Arenas and
Yeah.
then get another one in Antarctica to like cross-examine the difference of the reading. Like, that's kind of stupid that you didn't do that. What's the point of even bringing it?
Exactly. And I just also wanted to point out, holy moly, right there. There's lots of good angles. The new video he just put out shows another close-up of the mole, and he was doing a selfie. And so anyways, we'll keep going though. I won't get into Molegate.
Oh
right
yeah, no, Molegate is crazy.
It makes no sense at all. So I don't care about that. But so here's
there it is. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so here he shows it when he's in his room like weeks ahead of time or months ahead of time. I forget when this was recorded, but it's definitely before. And no more.
So there's a red end and a blue end. The red is north, the blue is south. The red end of the compass needle is down and the blue end is up. So north is down and the south end is pointing up. So The globe predicts that as you go farther south, then at some point, which is somewhere near the equator, it'll go horizontal, and you can't see it because the bar's in the way. But then the globe requires that as you go farther south, the south end of the needle will point down because it's getting closer to the south magnetic pole. And so this is what the globe predicts is going to happen. And I have specific globe-based numbers at each location, and it's labeled. This is the magnetic inclination. So today we did some experiments. I measured the dip, the magnetic dip. Over here, I looked for a spot that was maybe didn't have a lot of magnetic interference. Get away from it, some infrastructure. There still was. I have on the iPhone app has a magnetic meter app that says if it finds some interference. It did, but it wasn't a lot, and I still measured the dip
Hearsay.
to be
All
I
hearsay.
I took a picture of it. I didn't write it down.
Right. Yep. Hearsay. That's all he's got. Words.
I'll record that. I'll copy that down to the journal book later.
The journal book, his diary, TFE diary.
Dear diary, my magnetic dip compass was way pointed down. Oh my God.
I'm going to maybe do it again in a different spot there. So I don't trust the magnetometer on this because it's got the interference.
So he doesn't even trust it. He doesn't even trust it.
Exactly. But yeah, he took a bunch of readings. Apparently, allegedly took screenshots that we're never gonna see. Maybe one day he'll get around to dropping it, and then he'll be like, see, I posted it. Like, oh, so we were just supposed to believe you? Like, until we like hold your ass to the fire, and then you finally release it. Like, I don't know. We'll see if he ever releases it. It's like the telemetry data from Witsay. I have it. I'm gonna post it. I swear. And like, when's that gonna happen? Never.
That's why I'm like, I trust this other one.
Got it. So did you use it at all, or like?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I recorded. Where did
That is really surprising.
It's in the book.
It's really
like I told Jared
Everything's
about
in
this.
the
He's
book.
like, I don't care.
Yep.
So we need to see this gosh darn silly book that he has.
I messaged him last week and said, "Can you send like screenshots of or pictures of the book, like all the readings in the book? Because I want to look at, like now that I know that his Lux readings were like that of a studio. I wonder what what his actual like other readings are in there. Like if he'll post that. I mean, not that I'd still even consider that as proof of anything, because anybody can write numbers on a page and say it's proof, but like." Whatever. I'd still like to see it anyways,
Yeah,
talk.
I just want to say, like, we've been doing a lot of pausing, but the best stuff is about to happen in this, and then I have even more that I want to talk about that I know is not in this video.
Wait, hell yeah. Okay, I'll keep going.
About it. Right. I
think it's very.
Some people don't get it. Like you can't see it, you can't feel it, you can only measure it with some,
Well, but it would have been nice to have like pictures of the readings instead of just a journal. Like, what are you from the 80s over here with your little handwritten shit?
I have pictures of all of them.
Oh, you have pictures too? Okay, because so far the Lux thing was just written down, right? You have pictures of Lux.
So if
Huckleberry Finn. Oh man.
It's like, dear diary, I was sailing down the Mississippi River in 1834.
Oh my god, exactly.
On that /TFE, there's a link to the experiments. There's 16 experiments. The Lux meter wasn't one of them, so that was just a bonus.
Oh yeah, the Lux meter would be a
sunrise.
bonus.
He spins.
No,
Yeah.
that is super integral to everything. That is one of the most important things.
You're gonna go study the sun, but you're gonna be like, "Oh, the Lux meter was nothing. I only spent $30 on it. And we didn't test it out beforehand. We didn't test it out afterwards." He didn't even know that was like an abnormal reading, like an abnormally low reading. He was like, he looked dumbfounded when I brought that up. Like he was like, "What? It's just I don't know." Like he had no idea. I'm like, dude, I thought you were Mr.
Yeah, but he brought
Science
it.
Guy.
It was in his bag.
Yeah, he's Mr. Science Guy. And he doesn't realize that that's like an abnormally low reading for a Lux meter. Like he didn't even say, "Oh, I meant to say." Like other people, when I posted that months ago, because I think I originally made that video when I pointed that out like months ago, and he had a bunch of his fanboys in my comments saying that he accidentally, like he misspoke and he meant to say 8300 or 1000 or whatever the fuck, I forget what it was, what their their messages said, but it was You know, I'm like, yeah, but let him say that. Like, you're speaking for him now, saying he misspoke. He didn't say he misspoke. He looked at the book, and that's what he wrote down because that's what the Lux meter told him. So I don't know if he's just not smart enough to like lie in that instance or whatever and say, you know, like, obviously you're in a studio, bro. Like you guys are all talking about how bright it is. Like, there's no way that it would read 89 or 94 or whatever it was that he said it was. Like, there's just no way. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So anyways, we'll keep going.
Yeah, and he's talking about the Lux. He's talking about the Lux reader as if like it's Witsit's vape. Like, oh, I just forgot it in there. It's bonus. I didn't even know I brought it.
Right?
Like, dude, you put a Lux meter in your bag, and you have to know the weight of your bag, and you only have a limited amount of things you can bring. You know you brought a Lux meter, and you just like didn't even bother to share when you measured the Lux of the sun.
He only did it
it's just
once.
another hearsay story in my little brown diary.
Yeah, he only did it twice on one day, and he's like, yeah, we didn't really care about it. It wasn't important. Like, oh, it's not studying the sun. Like, what did you guys do there for all those days? Like, just sit there and stare at the sun? Like, why wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
Why'd you bring all
What he
this
should
shit
have
with
done-
you and 8 people just to sit around on their hands? Like, come on.
What he should have done is, like, you know, the sun at solar noon is when it's furthest from, you know, the horizon, which, you know, we consider that the atmosphere is what reduces the Lux reading. So, you know, take a picture of your Lux meter when it's pointed at the sun at solar noon and at midnight.
Yep.
And then, yeah, the difference in the Lux reading will tell you, you know, how much the atmosphere affected the Lux reading. And
Yeah.
nope, didn't do it.
Nothing.
But you brought a
Yeah,
Lux
it-
meter, so yeah, I
It
guess
wasn't
you're cool
important.
still.
It wasn't important. Don't worry about it.
But he
It's
brought
okay.
it, you know, at least he brought it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
dude, what the fuck?
This Tune, what's your favorite evidence from the trip? My personal like that I like a lot is the magnetic field strength and the magnetic inclination. Those are my favorites.
Just failed to take pictures or video of your favorite thing about TFE. Okay.
Because the field strength, good luck finding a flat Earth map where the field strength matches.
Yeah.
Good.
And we have no way to prove that it doesn't match or that it matches or doesn't match anything because we have no proof of anything that you fucking did. We have words.
Dude, he said it
Good.
matches, but like at the same time, he said that like he had a magnet reader on his iPhone that reported that it literally showed interference. So
Yeah.
it wasn't giving him a proper reading. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
Luck. It was the least in Santiago, and it got more in Punta Arenas and more in Antarctica. So without even going to Antarctica, why is it stronger in Punta Arenas than in Santiago?
Yeah, we're gonna
Wait,
need evidence
what's-
for you to verify that claim, MC Tune. There's no
Well,
evidence.
and once again, he says to Punta Arenas, he's like not even talking about Antarctica. So like Duffy's like, ooh, Punta Arenas. What if you don't think we were there in Punta Arenas? Like, he didn't say Antarctica. He was like not even talking about Antarctica, just talking about Punta Arenas. Like, why even say it like that? You know, like if you really went to Antarctica, you know, just like how Witsit was like, oh, when we went to Antarctica, as he's in Antarctica. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Why? Anybody question it? You can go do it yourself. Get on a plane, bring a magnetometer.
Or you could have just filmed yourself doing it. And like if your phone has issues with it, then you have cameras there that don't have magnets in them, right? Like that's only a phone that has the magnet thing that interferes with it, right? There's plenty of cameras around that you could have filmed yourself doing this. Like there's no excuses for grown-ups. I'm sick of this shit.
Test it yourself. That's science. If you doubt somebody's evidence,
Writing in a journal is science, guys. Accept it or go there yourself and spend thousands of dollars. Or he even said, oh, you can send one to somebody in Punta Arenas. And that actually is a good idea. Let's find somebody in Punta Arenas and send a fucking magnometer to them and have them take some readings. Because we can't trust his journal, that's for sure.
Wow.
just saying, that's not how you confront science that you don't like. If you don't like the science, what do? You go look.
You write it in a journal.
Yeah, you do better science, or just at least the same thing. Oh, you know what? Writing software on the magnetometer here.
So there's the magnetometer.
Ah, there it
thing.
is. The thing that we never saw on camera.
Yeah.
to measure the total field strength. And so I'm working on that, so it's a good quality measurement and it isn't affected by nearby magnetic fields. So I'm going to have it probably wait a minute to begin reading,
Except
and
you
then read for a
reported
minute,
that
and
it
then
was affected by nearby magnetic fields, so you're done.
just stop reading and then just report the results so that I can start it, move away from it so that I'm not near it with my phone or anything like that, and then get close to it again at the end and take a picture of the screen.
See, there you go. Take a picture of the screen. He didn't even do that much.
Said, oh my God, play that back.
Magnetic field. So I'm going to have it probably wait a minute to begin reading, and then read for a minute, and then just stop reading and then just report the results so that I can, start it, move away from it so that I'm not near it with my phone or anything like that, and then get close to it again at the end and take a picture of the screen.
So
he never did it.
Well, and is he going to take a picture of the screen with his phone? Is he going to then put his phone down and then come get close to it and take a picture? Or why not just video record the whole thing? Like, he could have done this on the live stream, like set the live stream up far enough away, maybe, or at least recorded it on his P900 or whatever camera. I forgot. He said he also brought with him, or borrow somebody else's. Witsit wasn't using his, apparently. He could have borrowed that, record, gone and done it and left his phone in the little, igloo hut thing or whatever, So there's really no excuses.
Yeah, we're definitely burying this magnetometer story that he has. Like, it's already over with. He's done, dead in the water on this one.
Right, exactly. Hey, I need to step away for like 2 seconds. So if you want to chit chat for just 1 minute, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah, what's up? Thanks everybody for being here. I came across information after this video was already put together. I was searching for measured altitude angles to the sun. The only person that claimed to even try was Dave McKeegan and MC Toon. MC Toon used an $8.99 theodolite app on his iPhone that you buy at the App Store, which many people have tested its ability to get a reading of a true artificial horizon, which would give you your 0. And then, the accelerometer is giving you your orientation of level. And, measuring angles with the theodolite app is much better for like close objects. Like if you want to measure the height of a tree. When it comes to the sun, no, you need a real theodolite. You need real stuff. And like, Mr. Theodolite, Mr. Scientific Communicator for the Globe, MC Toon over here, his whole website is dedicated to reciprocal zenith angles. And, he goes to Antarctica and he talks about his method of measuring the altitude angle of the sun is going to be with a theodolite app, not with any actual instrument. Okay, so these guys brought they brought a gyronometer.
A gyronometer?
Yeah, we could get back into that after. I'll get back into that later.
Okay. All right, I'll push play.
So 11:46 a.m. So this would be on the 15th. The pressure was 918.1 hectopascals and the lux was 89.2. And at 6:34 p.m., the pressure was 919.0, so hardly any difference in hectopascals, and the lux was 94.5, so it dropped by 4 lux from 11:46 a.m. to 6:34 p.m.
Okay, so first off,
it was brighter.
If you Google it, the sun wavers between 11,000 to 33,000 lux. He just said that his lux reader read 95.4
at 11.
Oops, sorry. No, 90. Oh, first it was 89.4, and then he said it went down, but he's named off 94 next. And then he said he didn't say that. So I was like second guessing myself, like, damn, am I dyslexic? Did I get those numbers mixed up? But when I listened back to it, that is what he said. So like, we'll show it. I'll show it right here.
Yeah, no, the number changed. He said 92 in one instance and 95 in another.
Well, no, he took 2 readings, one at 11 something and then one close to 6 p.m. So the 11 something one was at like 84, I think, and then the one at 6 p.m. was 94. And I was like, so the sun got brighter the later it got? That makes no sense. And then he corrected me and was like, no, here, I'll just play it because I'm like repeating it and it's you can literally hear it for your own words. Hold on.
7:46 a.m. Then it was at 6:34.
I thought it was 89.2, right? At 11.
98.
Oh,
And the Lux was 89.2. And
that's still way low. It says a studio lighting or super overcast day. And it didn't look overcast.
my $30 Lux meter is probably the thing to blame. I didn't test it before. I haven't tested it after. I don't know how good of a
Was there any other tests that you guys did other than anything?
You say you guys
those 2 spots
with the Bushnell brand laser.
Sorry. So yeah, I could rewind it again to hear what he said to what's her name, to so maybe he misspoke back when he was talking to Taylor and she asked what it was, but he said 84 and then went to 94 or 80 or I forget what it was, not the numbers already. I know she just said it, but whatever. Anyways, either way, even if it was 80, 90, went up a little bit or down, it was only like a 4-point difference, but that still is like indoor lighting. It's not even like outdoor. And they were supposedly in this like super bright. Oh, I'm all sitting here talking and I'm on mute. Anyways, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I heard everything you said. I don't know if you were muted.
Oh, I thought I was muted. It looked like my button was flashing, so I was like, oh,
the
shit,
next
I
part
forgot to
coming
push
up when he talks to SE Montreal, I want to get into that. Like,
okay, all right, I'm gonna push play. Let it go.
The rangefinder.
Can you rewind?
and you're going to
a
measure
couple
15 yards.
Yeah, I'll rewind it. Hold on.
You say you guys
those 2 spots
with the Bushnell brand laser rangefinder.
Gotcha. And you're going to measure 15 yards at a time.
We're going to measure the distance. I'm going to verify that we're within the tolerance.
1500. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's 1500. Yeah, we use the tolerance of the laser rangefinder. We won't go over the rated tolerance, and then we'll get that distance there. We might do just 1 hop. We might be doing 2 or 3, whatever we can. What makes sense logistically. Obviously, more distance gives us a more precise measurement. So we might do 4. Might do 2.
But you're looking at 60 miles here, right?
No, it'll be much less than that.
It'll be less than that?
Yeah. Yeah, like I said,
what I want, first of all, do you know the differences between there's different compasses, right?
Yes.
So what I suggest, I spoke with Winston also, and he says he's going to bring some too, but I want as many people as possible, right? I don't know if you're familiar, there's a special compass that the needles are not magnetized. You have the center that's magnetized. That's the one you want to get.
Well, I have 3 that I'm bringing. 3 analog compasses that I'm bringing. I'm bringing a dip compass, and I spent a good amount of money on this. So, and it's rather large, and I'm packing it in my carry-on so that I can test it at each of the airports. So that measures not just the horizontal angle, but it also measures the vertical angle.
Well, well, usually all of them will do that, but if you have a special one, yeah. But the one I'm talking about is very important. That's like a critical one. I think Witsit is bringing one. If you can get your hands on one of those, that would be good, because try to like get what I'm saying, right? The why it's important is because the needles are not magnetized. This way you have no dip. See what I'm saying? What you're saying is very good, and we want to know that, but also we want a compass that eliminates that, and that's the one I'm telling you, because the circle in between, where like in the middle of the needles, that's what's magnetized. So it's not susceptible to dip as much as the needles are. So if you want to look into that, that would be good.
Well, if you have one that you think is would be reasonable, then you could send it to me.
Dude, you can send it to me, like, and it's funny because SE was even like, yeah, sure, I could do that, and like he still didn't bring it. Like, so here's a perfect example of them saying, oh, why didn't you guys come in and tell us what to bring? We would have brought it. And here's SE months beforehand going, oh, you really need to bring this compass. It's only $50, blah blah blah. I'll send you one even. And he says, oh, I'll get it. And then doesn't even do that. Like, so why should we sit here and tell them what's the point of us telling them what to bring if they're not even gonna listen to us anyways, and then say that we never said it, after it's all said and done?
Yeah, where's Fundy's question? Fundy asked,
it's coming.
Laser rangefinders.
It's right after this. It's right after this.
I'll have a look. I'm not looking to increase my budget a whole bunch, but if it's not a silly
Not that
price.
expensive, but
Yeah.
if you send me a PO box, I'll send you one. Yeah, I think they're like $50 or something.
Oh well, dude, if you tell me it, I'll just order it myself. $50, I can do that.
Because the
Yeah,
excuse
just
is,
blew Max out the water right there.
Right? And he didn't do it. It's like, oh, okay, it's only $50. Yeah, I can do that, but I'm not going to.
it doesn't point, it hits the ground and it spins, but I want to see what it's going to do with one of these compasses. So that would be very interesting for me personally.
What's the sections of the laser? What's the laser rangefinder going to be used for? Then I guess maybe just to clarify.
To measure. Yeah, it's going to measure the distance between points.
I think it's the part after this, or is it this part? Because I think right after is
It's
when
this
Fonzie
part.
comes
This
in.
is the part.
Okay.
And we're going to have those points be known because we'll have the latitude, longitude of those points.
And then you'll verify. Like, are you going to do like? Are you saying with the laser rangefinder you're going to like test the GPS to make sure the GPS is accurate, then extrapolate it? You're saying,
which is all based on a globe system.
Yeah, we're not testing the.
In. Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Rob, calm down. Gio and I are talking here. So we're not testing the GPS. We're just getting the GPS, using the GPS to get the coordinates of the position, so that we can then use that to extrapolate to get the circumference of the circle, the line of latitude circumference, both for globe and flat, right? So that's what we're doing.
Okay, so that's using GPS, and then the laser rangefinding is what is that part being used for then?
It's measuring the distance between these points. Be looking for the updates there, and of course I'll do a video.
All right, pause
for
it.
the different.
Yeah.
All right, this is super vital. This is like the most important thing that I think where McToon really messed up. So you said you're going to cross-examine the distance reflected from a Garmin or some kind of GPS tracking device compared to a laser rangefinder, which is basically just a pulse of light that reflects off of the other finder, and it gives you a distance based on the speed of light and how long it took for it to travel. And that's how you get the distance from a laser rangefinder. And then the GPS is the same thing. Like apparently there's satellites flying around when it could be towers, but either way. So yeah, so you brought a laser rangefinder, right? So where's your Garmin? Because you would need a GPS tracking device, to double down on a distance measurement. You need two different ways to measure the distance. So he would have had to have brought a Garmin, which he could have brought on the plane. You could have sat on the plane and showed us with your body cam footage without live streaming, so you don't need internet. Just point a camera at your Garmin. You brought it for the laser rangefinder test, didn't you? But no, there's nothing of the sort throughout all the footage of him using a laser rangefinder or a Garmin. So that is another hearsay story. He just insists, yeah, we're going to do this test. And then there's no evidence of the test. There's no evidence of him even having a Garmin.
Yep. Exactly. Or Witsit or Jaren they both had GoPros and had telemetry data. And I know Witsit moved, and Jaren, I thought he said he moved because of Weiss's app. So, if their reasoning is, because our address is on it, well, they have different addresses now. So why can't they drop that?
Yeah. And MC Toon just dropped whatever body cam footage, which I'm presuming is the same model of GoPro as Witsit's, because it appears what's his face? Will Duffy's funding for everybody's expenses. Everybody was low key assigned their own 360 camera, their own body cams. So
tracking
it's like
060.
if Witsit's body cam came with telemetry, why wouldn't have McToon's? Why wouldn't have Jared's? They should all have telemetry data from their GoPros.
And they
But
should
we
all
got
have body
none.
cam. Yeah, the only body cam footage that was dropped was Jaren's. And then when Witsit was asked about it, he says, I was trying to stay away from cameras. That was his quote. I was trying to stay away from cameras. I had it on sometimes, but I'm like, how do you sign up for going on this trip where there's going to be cameras everywhere and they're making a documentary and you're saying you were trying to stay away from cameras? That sounds a lot like the astronauts that were embarrassed and ashamed when they came back from the alleged moon landing,
Yeah, so MC Toon, supposedly had a GoPro chest camera, no telemetry from him, no evidence of him using a Garmin.
When he said he
Nobody
never
tried
claimed to
track
have
their position.
telemetry, right?
Yeah,
He's
that's another thing I meant to say. Thanks. Yeah, he said that I have no telemetry. He literally posted it in his live comment section 3 days ago when I asked him for telemetry data. He said, I have no telemetry.
Well, no,
so
I think
your
actually
GoPro doesn't have the ability, it doesn't have a GPS receiver in the GoPro?
I think you asked for GPS and he said I already posted it. He said I should have brought those screenshots. I forgot about those just now. But yeah, in his live stream there you guys were going back and forth and he said that he already not posted it, but he published the GPS data or something, and then you said something like, and he said I never claimed that I had telemetry data. And I'm like, wait a second, but you said that you published GPS data and that you had a GoPro. I thought I thought everybody had chest cam footage, So has anybody else
That
posted chest
was
cam footage?
that was part of Will Duffy's ruse in the beginning of all of this. Critical Think, Dave McKeegan, Will Duffy, MC Toon, we're all going to have our own GPS tracking on our flights to Punta Arenas. You can watch us the whole time. And it wasn't their Garmin's that were being tracked. It wasn't the telemetry from their GoPros that was reflected on the finalexperiment.com. It just wasn't. It was all from FlightAware, which is, their GPS systems are tied to 060. 060,
Which
the
is
CEO is Anthony Goddard, and Anthony Goddard is an affiliate with SpaceX and NASA.
Yeah. Well, 060 actually did partnerships with NASA and SpaceX on I covered it in the last video. I forget the name of their little thing that they did, but yeah, they
provide the GPS systems for SpaceX and the ISS and all kinds of satellite orbiters.
Yeah. I didn't realize that 060 was affiliated with FlightAware, because that's what they kept saying is, FlightAware, but they weren't even showing FlightAware stuff. They were just showing on their website. It's just like a like a fake, like someone took their little pictures of Witsit, their little profile pictures, and put little dotted lines across a map and called that tracking. Like perfectly
it's
straight
pretty
lines.
much like third party. They probably have official GPS systems, and then in comes the Antarctic expedition people that they got their own independent way of providing those services. And it turns out that specific flight from Punta Arenas to Union Glacier is not listed on flight radar. So that's crazy.
Exactly. All right, you want me to keep going?
Yes, thanks.
No experiments as we get them completed. I did want to get a view of the star rotation. Last night it was overcast, no stars seen. Tonight, overcast, no stars seen. But here's what's cool.
So he says overcast, no stars seen, but it doesn't look overcast. Like, it looks like there's maybe one or two little clouds right there. And then he points at this thing out here, and to me it just looks like a cloud out there. But like, tell me this, I don't see any clouds, right? I mean, I know it's hard to see or whatever kind of, but even when he zooms in and gets away from the light, it doesn't look overcast to me.
Dude, he looks scared for his life right there.
There's a ship in the way. I'll tip it so you can see.
I was going like this on the screen. I think there's like something wrong with my screen because now it's moving.
So this is something that I had really hoped, because I knew that they were going to spend like 2 days in Punta Arenas. So I'm like, dude, somebody could be busting out a sextant or a theodolite right now and get an elevation angle to Sigma Octantis or the Southern Cross.
Right.
It just didn't happen.
Well, he
they
said
had
he
2
got.
days. They did nothing in Punta Arenas.
He said he got star trails the night before that they left. So I think this was like a couple nights before, and then he got all. I think I play it here, a clip of it where he's all excited saying he got star trails, but I didn't see any stream from him showing the star trails yet. I could be wrong. I haven't watched every single one of his videos, but if anybody out there has seen footage of his star trails that he supposedly got in Punta Arenas, he says he got them, but he also says he got magnetometer or whatever readings that he never showed, and the compass pointed down that he never showed, and all of these other things. So who knows?
Yeah, it's going to be 5 hours missing from his SIM card, like Jared. Like, oh, when I went to go film the star trails, the exposure setting.
Right. This is his website. So, and it's funny because it looks like there's stuff. like since we talked like, you know, a week or two ago or whenever it was, there's more stuff on it than what I
Yeah,
remember.
no, you're absolutely right. All of that is brand new. That was not there.
Yeah, because we were looking for it, and I'm gonna find, because I recorded it, screen recorded it, so it's in my computer. I just gotta find it, and maybe next week we'll do another one, and I'll show the difference between this one and what I recorded 2 weeks ago. Because I went through his whole site and I couldn't find anything like any of this on there. So yeah. Anyways, I'll keep going.
But yeah, this part is super important because you don't have to pause it. This is the list of, you know, calculations, what is to be expected at 79 degrees south latitude, all the calculations for angles to the sun, what the elevation should be, blah, 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 blah. No measurements, no readings from any instruments, just straight predictions and calculations. This is not evidence. This is all predictions right here.
Right. And I clicked on this right here just because I was like, all of this looked like, okay, timeanddiet.com. They didn't look like anything worth clicking on. And I just was curious what this was. So I clicked on it, and it did take a minute. Like at the very end of me showing this, it finally comes up and it's like, you know, page is not found or something like that. So
yeah, this page should be loaded with pictures from his little brown diary.
Exactly. Exactly. His little brown diary. So yeah, it took a while to load. Once I clicked on that, it was like loading, and I just kept scrolling down basically, and then at the very end it did finally show, and it was just like nothing. So he's got links to nothing in here.
Yeah, and a lot of these calculations that he made on this page, they're fucking, sorry to curse, they're asinine. Like, these aren't even important types of tests that he's listing.
He's just posting words. Just like, let me just type a bunch of words up. And
yeah,
like,
he pretty much like chat GPT'd. Like, just list a bunch of things that you would do if you were in Antarctica.
Right. Sydney, Santiago. So that's cool. But like, where's the pictures to prove it? Just because you write a number down doesn't mean that that's what you saw. Like, if we did this, we'd never hear the end of it. You know what I mean? If we just posted a bunch of words and wrote a journal saying, yep, I measured this and measured that, it would be like, we would be the laughing stock of their whole thing. Things to measure. Light intensity.
The
Wait.
insufficiency. What's that?
I'm sorry. He just said before, like, that it wasn't, light intensity wasn't a big thing on their to-do list. It's the first things to measure, light intensity.
Wow. Yeah, that's hilarious. It's just a bonus test. It was $30. I didn't even calibrate it.
Right. Antarctica, multiple times. Well, okay. Like, bro.
Yeah, all those locations that were just listed right there, nobody confirmed those coordinates with Garmin's. Not in Santiago, not in Punta Arenas. Only when they got to Union Glacier did he show some stupid app that was changing elevation rapidly.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I gotta go through other people's footage to see what other people have, if other people are doing that. Like I said, I don't have all the time in the world to go through everybody's, to scour through everybody's live streams. So we're just focusing on Tune for this one, but I'm sure there'll be more anomalies.
Oh yeah, dude. All these guys deserve the same treatment. MC Tune's getting it today, but there's a whole another book to unravel about each one of these guys' footage. Dave Keegan, Jaron, Witsit, they all got weird stuff going on just pertaining to themselves.
Exactly. And I bet they all have their own. You see that it said Safari could not, whatever, it wouldn't load. It was a blank page. I know I kind of skipped over it, but
this dude just cracked me up. This dude, Justin Johnson, in the chat said Antarctica.
Oh yeah.
I am
Shout out to the chat. You guys are awesome for rocking out with us. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
For real. I can't have it up on my, like, I look at my phone every once in a while, I read some stuff, but like I'm trying to focus on being in the conversation. I'm not very good at multitasking, basically. So, I mean, I can sometimes certain things.
You see a ship. That's the lights from the ship. I'm standing on the beach now, walking out toward the water.
So now it's like super dark. He said it's overcast. Like I feel like I would see clouds if it was overcast. I don't know.
I don't know if you're going to be able to make this out. Hopefully you can.
He said he filmed star trails, so there's no reason he wouldn't have been able to have, get a bearing on the Southern Cross.
Yeah. So, but I never saw him post it. So he just said he got him. He was all giddy and excited when he said it, but I haven't seen the video. So
You should be able to now. If you're going to see it,
Yep.
you can see it now. The horizon has light to the right of that ship. So you see a light to the right side. Also,
I'm like, that looks like a cloud, bro. That's like, I don't know. To me, that's like a nothing burger, but maybe.
light to the left side between them. There is the horizon. The sky shows light. That's south of us. That is the 24-hour sun in Antarctica south of us that we can see. So the sun set over this direction. That light, now I wasn't here, but I know what happened. That light on the
I wasn't here, but I know it happened.
horizon moved
what
this
the
way,
heck is he talking
1 a.m. and I'll continue moving to the left here. By 5 a.m., that light will be over here when the sun will rise. So I'll review. The sun set southwest. Word salad doesn't answer it. The geometry requires that the sun can never set. And if you disagree, all you need to do is show the optics, geometry, physics for how it can happen. And no flat earther can do that. So word salad won't save you. You need to actually provide a prediction of some sort. So word salad won't save you.
Word salad won't save you. Yeah, well, maybe a little brown journal, a little brown diary will save you, McToon. I don't know.
Yeah, please show us the diary, McToon.
Right? Oh, and so this is his sundial. And didn't he say that it didn't work?
Oh, yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about.
So, okay, what is it? Look at pay attention to these shadows. Look at this shadow is going this way. This shadow is going this way. Like, as it's going, just pay attention to the shadows. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Sorry, I don't know. You said
No, not right now.
Okay. Like, this shadow seems way, like, all of this is just funny to me. I don't know. Let's keep going here. Very local, close. Keep going. Dude, what's going on here? Like, I know that they say, oh, just go out and do, like, dude, if the sun's 93 million miles away, how are you going to have converging shadows and shit? Like, oops. See, this one's staying, like, this one is staying like this the whole way. And it should be starting, like, going this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this one and this one.
Yeah.
Like, how? How is this going like this? Come on, dude. You can't tell me that's not some studio lighting. They're literally pointed at each other. And they're not even going at the same rate. Like, this one... it's just...
Oh, wait, here's a telltale moment right now. Let's see. Keep it going.
I'll keep it going, sorry.
Oh, that would have told us everything right there. I mean, if they didn't align with the object casting the shadow at the exact same time, that would have, that would be pretty freaking close light source.
Dude, oh, and right here. What?
Dude, that looks like a video game. It looks like I'm watching someone play Minecraft.
I'm rewinding it right there. When the whole, like a cloud, supposedly, they're trying to make it look like a cloud went over, but it just looks so fake. Right there. What?
Yeah, why did the ground just change colors, dude? What?
There all of a sudden no shadows anymore at all. Like,
So yeah, if I'm correct, I believe this is one of Dave McKeegan's cameras that has it's pointed at the ground, so it's pretty useless right now. Actually, that might be a 360. Yeah, whatever happens right there, that is so weird. I didn't know that was in this video. What was that?
Yeah.
And there won't be any challenge to find an open spot.
Oh yeah, you should have shown us the man. Yeah,
what-
that looks like Minecraft, straight up and down.
Right? Well, and like it looks like this shadow behind here is also like not moving at the like. Hold on, let me push play and see.
And
It
there won't be any
was
challenge to find
literally
an open
like
spot.
it didn't render. That's
Yeah.
what it looks like, a video game that didn't render yet.
Exactly.
And there won't be any challenge to find an open spot. I'm hoping to have good crisp horizon so we can measure the dip of the horizon while we're doing that too.
Which I don't think he did that either.
Haven't had a chance to do that yet.
That's what I wanted to say. So in order to measure the dip of the horizon, you need to be using some kind of like theodolite or angle measuring, like a sextant. And he didn't do that. Like he doesn't even, he talked about a theodolite app.
But today we measured the lapse rate of the water. So lapse rate is the vertical change in temperature. It went from 17 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius over 2 meters. It's about 6 feet high. A massively huge lapse rate. We'll do the same in Antarctica. So that causes light to bend at a very...
We'll do the same in Antarctica. I didn't see shit about that in Antarctica. And I don't... And even this, like, he's just telling us. He's not showing us anything. Like, word salad isn't going to save you. Remember, Toon?
Wow. Sharp curve. So when you shine lasers across lakes, you can go really far with lasers, Flatties. Don't do that. It's and then pretend that it doesn't exist. This is evidence that it's a horrible idea to try to have light skimming across the surface of a lake. So we wrapped up our experiments today that we need to do here. Last night we got star trails.
What experiments, dude? What experiments did you do in Punta Arenas? There's no evidence of this.
He's got screenshots somewhere. He posted them on his website, he says, over and over. But then when you go to his website, there's not one screenshot.
Maria Walker asked, what's that red room? This is some kind of hotel in Punta Arenas that they stayed in for 2 days before they flew to Union Glacier.
Yeah, this particular, he did several live streams in Punta Arenas, I think. And this one is the day that they were allegedly about to leave for Antarctica. So that's why he's all giddy, because he's like, we're about to get on the plane, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he just said, we did a bunch of tests in Punta Arenas. What tests? We have no idea what he's even talking about. Still, 10 months later.
Our trails, we had just a little window of opportunity, and I was out there with Dave McKeegan right out there, and we got star trails. Super excited.
Oh, okay. So Dave McKeegan got star trails.
For years, I
in
wanted to
Punta
get.
Arenas. Dave McKeegan got star trails in Punta Arenas. Dave McKeegan,
And Toon.
Where
They both
is it?
did. They both
Where is
did.
it? Angles to Southern Cross, please.
Star trails myself with my own camera. I got it. So
His own camera, too. He didn't even use McKeegan's. I thought he was piggybacking off of McKeegan's shit, but he said he's got... So if he's got his own camera, too, he shouldn't need his phone to be close to his little magnometer thing. He should be able to have provided a full video uncut of the readings that he got. And also super weird that Witsit's so into like magnetism shit and apparently could care less about his little magnometer or didn't bring his own or whatever. Like that's really weird too. And that Jaren also didn't care. Like what flat earthers who claim to be about magnetism wouldn't care about what, like, you know, the readings of a mag. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Magnometer, magnometer.
Yeah, magnetometer.
Magnetometer.
And then there's also the magnetic dip compass that he claimed broke.
Yep.
He said my magnetic dip compass got damaged, but then it worked. Like, oh, okay.
Well, he said that it worked in Punta Arenas and that he had it pointing down here, but there's no evidence of it. There's just him talking about it. And then that on the trip, because he said he had it in his carry-on. So somehow he messed it up. It's not like he put it in, because if you have it in your carry-on, you can like if you're not, he must have, you know, done something to it then, because it was in his possession going from here to Antarctica. So on the trip over is when it got damaged, so that's why he couldn't use it in Antarctica. But we don't even know that he used it in Punta Arenas because he never showed it. So yeah.
Yep.
Super gay.
Today also we got, so yesterday morning Will got up early and he recorded the sunrise. Was it yesterday morning? No, it was this morning. Oh my gosh, yesterday morning. Yes, Will got up early with Dave McKeegan, and they got the sunrise. Dave got the sunrise with the solar filter. Will got the sunrise with his drone. Amazing, super cool. Tonight, Will got the sunset with his drone, and here's what happened: the sun rose south of due east, and it set south of due west. 100% impossible on flat Earth. No choice. You don't get a choice.
No
Done.
evidence.
You're done.
I mean, I haven't scoured through
It's
McKeegan's
just a
stuff. So
story.
maybe that exists, but as far as all of the stuff that I've gone through on his stuff, his channel, yeah, it's story after story after story. But yeah, McKeegan may have posted his star trails. I don't know. I haven't scoured through his page yet. So, one
It's
thing
not
at
there.
a time. It's not
Nah,
there.
yeah, it's not there.
Wait.
Nailed it, Will. Super excited. Just awesome. There's a little bit of some drama. There's drama every day. It's going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We won't be singing Kumbaya, but it's going to be fine. So we're gonna. Everybody wants to make the best of it, and so we're gonna have a good time. Okay. This is the one that I put in my freezer. So anyway, then in the soft-sided lunchbox will be hanging from underneath the tripod, holding up the battery. So it's going to be insulated in there, and then we have hand warmers that we'll put in there. And we got to check. We don't want them too hot. So that's the plan for keeping the batteries going. We have the ability to charge them.
Oh, why would you guys keep your batteries in a boot and not in the heated room? It wasn't.
So when I had this conversation, I didn't even know about this heated lunchbox thing that was supposed to be hanging that I guess Will bought for them for their batteries to go in. So there was no reason for the boot, basically, which is crazy because they supposedly had lunchboxes to hang this shit from. So that's why I put that in here.
It was maybe looked like 20 or 30 feet away from the left boot under the table that we all saw.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you just keep them in the heated area and just go grab them when you need them?
Because we needed it 24 hours a day there, and so we didn't.
Well, no, but it was just in the boot. There was no cords coming out of it.
So yeah, the one under the table had no cords coming out, but I did see a boot under McKeegan's setup when I was looking through some of other videos, and I did see cords coming out of one of them, and it did look like a right boot maybe that the cords were coming out of his. So, but the left boot under the table, there were no cords coming out of it. It was just a random left boot under a table for I think a full day or something, the whole time that they were doing their 24-hour live stream thing. So I don't know. I just think it's weird that they're like, oh, we had to use this boot to put stuff in when they allegedly bought Will bought them lunch boxes to keep their stuff in that hung. So it wasn't even touching the ground. It was suspended, So yeah.
There's a cord coming out of the boot.
Yeah.
Not the boot
Can I
under the
comment
table.
on that
not
real
that big.
fast?
Yeah.
And then the video is almost over. So real fast, yeah. I constantly have to swap batteries all the time. When the battery dies, you go get the one that's fully charged, plugged in inside somewhere. So to say oh, we have to keep it all in the boot. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Set up the charging bank inside, and then when your battery's nearly dead, just go switch it. Doesn't need to sit in a boot in the cold.
Exactly.
That's all for show. It was pretty much like a performance piece.
Exactly.
Picture. I have the picture. Oh, I didn't put it in the video.
Oh, the boot sitting under the table?
The left boot under the table that somebody said there were cords, but there were no cords coming out of it. And somebody said, oh, we were keeping batteries in there to keep them warm. And I'm like, why aren't you 30 feet away in the heat?
No, I'll explain it. So does the curve hide them? In fact, we were talking about that. Main camp is over there, and we cannot see main camp, even though it's just a couple kilometers away.
Would you like me to try zooming in?
And he's going to zoom it back.
Wait, hang on, should we zoom it back?
All right. No.
It makes the mountains bigger.
You need more zoom. Always need more zoom.
Where's the coffee in these P1 million? I mean,
we need the P1 million from McFlatty.
Yeah, dude, he can't see the entire campsite, which is an array of planes and tents and freight containers. You can't see a single one of these things.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the mountain gets bigger.
Yeah, the type of camera he has 84 times zoom. He would be able to resolve a basketball 10 miles away if you wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. And Tunes it's oh, there's terrain here and whatever. No, dude. There's no way a P900 wouldn't be able to find camp. That's crazy.
So I love what you're doing. I mean, so you're taking some people.
Sorry, was there anything else you wanted to add about that?
No.
Okay.
Not some non-believers.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, excellent. Well, I mean, it's
So just to explain who this guy is, he's the organizer for the marathon people that I was talking about earlier. That I was like, oh, he just so happens to be an admitted like globe troll of like on the internet. Like, I don't know. It's just the coincidences, you know. It's kind of crazy. Like, you know, anybody. I've met one person in real life that was a flat earther that I didn't, you know, like, I mean, I've met people in real life that were flat earthers that we met online and then decided to have a meetup or whatever. That's different. But like just out in the wild, like randomly talking to people, like one person in 10 years of being a flat earther that was like, you know, oh yeah, I'm a flat earther. I'm like, no way, I'm a flat earther too. Oh, but like he happens to have an interview with the one guy that's putting together the marathon and he also happens to be into the topic. Like, yeah, okay, not believing it.
interesting to hear what they say. I mean, people don't like to have their minds changed, I find in life.
That's accurate.
I normally go in with quite an open mind of things, but I have been kicked out of every single flat Earth group I've ever tried to join on Facebook because I'm not very good at disguising
That's
my
a very
thoughts.
common theme.
Yeah. I think I play flat Earth Facebook rodeo. So, you know, it's like hang on in there for as long as you can.
I love
you
it.
know,
I love it. I love it.
Like, what are the odds that you'd meet some guy who's tried to join every single flat Earth hangout on Facebook, but he's not good at disguising himself? Like, that's what he said. I'm not good at disguising myself. So, like, I don't know. That's just, to me, really crazy that the one guy that's doing a marathon there the same time that they're going, like, the odds just seem impossible. Like, I don't know. It's just me, but that seems really unlikely for it to be not staged and fake like everything else that they do.
Oh, is that Darren's upside down compass?
Nope, this is my compass. So Slice Barcane asked me to record this. He's like, put the compass on the ground and then just show me from all four cardinal directions. So, and you can see the tire prints, you can see footprints. So there's the compass right there. He said he'd give me cookies, and so I did this. So there's south. And so I did this, and he sent me cookies. There's the ALE truck. We rode in that. So this was
the only, like, and I wouldn't even call it an experiment, but the only observation that you even see from this fucking guy, and it's just a compass sitting on the ground for like he's focused on it for so long.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Right?
I took this with my phone, but you can see in my shadow the DJI right there. There's the shadow of the DJI. That tent right there, that's the mess hall. There's the planes they have there, the Twin Otters. So this is going to be to the north. The declination is a little bit, I think it's about 20 degrees, a little more. You can see my footprints over there, or somebody's footprints.
I thought it was too compacted. You couldn't see people's footprints.
No, you can't see. So look at that right there. You see that right near the bottom. That's my actual footprint. So this there are somebody's footprints.
So a second earlier he said, there's someone's. He's like, mine or someone's. He's not really sure. And then when I say something, he's like, oh, well, that's my actual footprint. A second ago, you weren't sure whose footprint it is. Now all of a sudden, he's for sure that it's his.
Yeah, dude, Lightning 300 in the chat. He said clouds. Yeah, if you notice, dude, the sky looks absolutely different from the rest of the footage. And this guy's weird ass compass footage.
I was thinking the same thing. That sky looks like super fake to me. Like it looked really, it just, I don't know how to explain it. Like the mountain looks so crisp and so, like it's laid in there, you know, like it looks like it's layered to me. Like it's not.
Right. Yeah.
That's my actual footprint. So knowledge that a group of people, including some flat earthers, went to Antarctica and saw the 24-hour sun.
Some fake flat earthers.
So but nobody that isn't of the flat earth religion would think that would say, oh, they're fake flat earth. Like that's just part of the flat earth religion now. That's doctrine in the flat earth religion.
Hey.
All right, word. That was excellent. Like, big round of applause. Rusted absolutely deserves her flowers for crushing McToon's little Lego size head. So, yeah, there's something else that came up that I think is super important to all this right now. And it's about the altitude angle of the sun. So December 15th, 2024, at 79 degrees south latitude, solar noon, which was when the video was taken, the sun should have been at 33 degrees. Now, I have a clip of which it's saying, you know, oh, well, you know, I'm getting this from McToon, who used a theodolite app, but McToon said that the angle to the sun was as high as 40 degrees. Okay, so that's a 7-degree difference from the globe prediction, but it's based off of the theodolite app. There's no evidence of anyone ever actually taking an angle measurement to the sun, not once throughout the entire trip. On top of that, so there's a video, Jaren's 5-hour body cam footage. It's on his YouTube channel. He's inside of one of those huts talking to Dave McKeegan, and Dave McKeegan says, I keep having to adjust my camera that's on the sun tracker mount, so it's doing a 360, and it has a solar filter, and it's taking a picture. I believe that's the 1 frame per minute, 24-hour sun footage. That was like the first 24-hour sun footage that we got, the one from Dave McKeegan, that was 1 frame per minute. That camera had to be adjusted to keep the sun in center frame, even though it was on a sun tracker mount. And Dave McKeegan literally says this to Jaren in his body cam footage. He says, oh, I keep having to check and make sure that the sun is still in the center of the frame. I don't know what's going on. So you have two options. Either the sun isn't moving at 15 degrees per hour, or your sun tracker mount isn't moving at 15 degrees per hour. So you get to decide if it was instrument error or if it was sun simulator error.
Right? Dude, that's insane. Like that, and he's probably not even going to address it at all and just be like, well, that's just what happens. You know, instrument is so cold, you know, 55 degrees. Like, so cold,
Oh, yeah.
stuff doesn't work right.
Yeah, we definitely have to do a part 2. I want to really dig into the theodolite stuff, how like they had the prediction, they did the calculation, they showed that little Masonic table with the little brown book and the piece of paper showing all the predicted angles.
I thought I had that in
the
here.
predicted angle at solar noon, like the point where the sun would appear highest in the sky on December 15th, 2024, solar noon, the angle would have been 33 degrees. That's the highest it ever should have been on that day with the theodolite app. And what it literally says is just hearsay. There's no evidence. The only thing that we've heard about an altitude angle is reported 40 degrees. And there's no evidence. It's literally just hearsay. And then we also know Dave McKeegan couldn't keep the sun in the center of his frame using his sun tracking mount. We don't even know what angle he had his camera tilted on the mount. We don't even know.
Right? They didn't show any video of that. And the one video that that McKeegan, or not McKeegan, that Toon showed of that table that had some stuff on it. I didn't see the magnometer thing on it. I saw like there was like some random stuff, but he didn't, you know, he had his little brown book was on it, his little diary or whatever. But he didn't like show anything. Like he just showed a table with some stuff on it and was like, that's our experiment table. Like I thought I recorded it and I thought that I added it in here, but I obviously didn't. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do a part 2.
He's been writing down measurements in that brown book since Punta Arenas. And he's like, all right, we're going to show you all the experiments we're doing. Walks up to the brown book and doesn't open it on the live stream.
Yeah, and doesn't show even anything.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you want to show us your supposed, you know, did you write down the altitude angle when you measured it with the theodolite app? We may never know.
Yeah. Did you record yourself recording any of this? No. Did you, you know, like, I mean, and if he did, okay.
He even said he was going to. He said, I'm going to record my magnetometer and I'm going to back up and I'm going to make sure my camera doesn't cause any interference. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, and he claims that he has screenshots of all of this and hasn't, you know, like he's like, oh, it's on my website. And that's when I'm like, dude, I looked at your website, I didn't see anything on the website. And then now this week, all of a sudden there's all this stuff added to it, but it still isn't screenshots. It still isn't any evidence of their alleged experiments that they did. Like, so far the only thing we have is just their clearly photoshopped, edited, close local, studio sun that even comes up on the lux meter, like, and he didn't even record the lux meter, so we don't even know for sure that that's even though it's like going more towards in our favor, we still don't even know that that's the number because he didn't record the lux meter either. So
Exactly. There's no evidence of any of these supposed measurements. Like there's zero right now.
yeah, like even from our perspective, if we're honest, like we can't even claim that it was studio lighting because like it's still just based off of his words, as we didn't see the lux meter reading ourselves, like he didn't record that. So even to use that against him is like not even very good because like we're still just going off of his words at this point.
Rusted, you killed it. This was incredible. Like I tip my hat, like all the things, like rats off to you, like everything.
Dude, you're the one that pointed out, like I didn't even notice, like I watched that that part in the beginning with when he shows his phone. I was like, oh shit, he actually does show his phone, because I didn't see anybody else do that, and I didn't even notice the elevation change. And when you brought that up, I'm like, holy shit, he must have been on a flying broom.
He could have easily have showed Google Maps instead. He brought up some stupid app that no one ever uses to measure their coordinates. But anyway, yeah, I think it's super important we do a part 2. I just really want to emphasize Dave McKeegan says to Jaron while in Antarctica, while Jaron is filming him with his body cam, he says, I have to keep adjusting my camera to keep the sun centered in the frame. And that camera was on a sun tracker mount, which makes an ecliptic plane. It makes a 360 over 24 hours. It's 15 degrees per hour rotation, and it did not keep the sun in center frame.
Yeah,
he literally is like, oh, I keep having to adjust it. I have the clip. We're gonna bring it up again. We're gonna show everything. And one more thing, he has a mirror face down above a sundial, the Geronometer box, this weird contraption that Globey McGlobeface put together. You bring that, but you don't bring a theodolite, but you got this weird box contraption sundial. And there's a mirror that's level with the ground, right? It's perpendicular to vertical. So you got these horizontal mirrors face down. McToon takes his camera and points it directly at the face down mirror. And as he's doing it, like pretty much angling his camera 90 degrees vertical, you can see the sun in the frame. Like, how high does the sun have to be in the sky to be able to see it when you're pointing your camera straight up?
Oh,
you're
shit,
in
I didn't see
Antarctica.
this.
You're observing a 24-hour sun. The sun should only be 30 degrees above the horizon. You point the camera 90 degrees up and I can see the sun. That's a problem. That's a serious
Dude,
problem.
where's that clip? How have I not seen
It's
this?
in
You
I
put
can
it in
definitely
your...
show you.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm sure you will. We'll definitely gotta do
Yeah,
a
to
part
be
2.
continued. Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
to
a
be
cliffhanger
continued.
for y'all. That's right.
Dude, that's insane. And watch, they're gonna go like try and edit it or do some weird shit. We gotta like screen record it
We
before they
already
go
know.
and take it
McToon is
down.
in the middle of revising his website as we're presenting this information. Like he literally is changing his website as we speak. I'd bet money.
He's like, oh, you dumb flatties. You didn't see this whole page of screenshots. It's going to be like all edited, like super bad, like last minute thrown together, like nothing, pictures of his brown. Or he's just going to post pictures of his brown diary and be like, proof. You see? It's proof, guys. Here you
Yeah,
go.
I'm gonna only give attention to Dougal Dog for 1 second. You're a troll. First off, you said no, it wasn't a star tracker mount. That's not what I said. I said it is a sun tracker mount. They actually go into great detail before the trip, the type of mount he planned on bringing. It is specifically for tracking the sun. So your premise is faulty. Okay, don't troll because I know more about this than you. Go do research.
When we got screenshots and we got screen recordings to back it up of these people saying this shit, so it's I remember
Dave
like,
McKeegan's camera was on a sun tracker mount. He says it himself. Go do
oh,
research.
He says I meant sun tracker, so maybe he just mistyped or something.
Yeah, get your facts straight, Dougal Dog. I don't know if you're trying to argue for Globe right now, but what you said is incorrect.
Word. Dude, this is great.
And it doesn't help him. It doesn't, because he claims that the sun was not staying in center frame, which it would.
Yeah. No, these guys are cooked, man. And we're like, this is like just the beginning. It's like we haven't even really dug into all of these characters' pages yet. Like we're just, one thing at a time here, but it needs to happen. I know it's kind of, I stepped away for a minute and kind of was looking at other stuff, and now I've like got the fire relit where I'm looking back at some of this stuff again, thinking, dude, this is such bullshit. Like how
Yeah, we got Dave McKeegan's burner account in the chat right now.
Yeah, no, we're over the target for sure, and it needs to keep getting exposed. These people need
All
to.
hail Rusted, queen of the anti-truthers. It's shut case. You guys have been getting smoked since day one. Nothing's changed as more and more keeps getting revealed. All of your lies are coming to the light.
Awesome.
End of story. You guys have been getting exposed forever.
I appreciate you, dude. You're awesome. And yeah, we'll be back. I gotta go to bed and go handle family stuff, but we'll be back maybe in a week or two with a part 2, some more stuff if you're interested. And yeah, y'all have a good night. And
thank you so much for this, Rusted. This was a
right.
lot of fun.
No problem. Thanks for coming. Peace.
All right, peace.